Phil Collins wrote a song called In the Air Tonight, and it's a sense around this complex that something special is brewing for the final chapter of the championship LSA Division I game of the week. And I'm going to give this one the game of the year already, because SMU and the Texas Longhorns are getting ready to face off here at the great and beautiful campus of Southern Methodist University. Hello, everyone. I'm Heckman Harrison, and joining me in the booth or on the field on Game On Sports is Brian Shackelford and Jim Dixon. And the Texas Longhorns have battled all season for the opportunity to play in this championship, but the Mustangs are battle-tested and gritty and resilient. This is a tough one to call, JD. How do you see it?
Man, I hate to leave you hanging, but I call it even. I mean, these guys locked up early in the season. UT opted to start their season a little bit later, and SMU went down to Dallas and really, frankly, kind of shocked them. And SMU, felt like they had that momentum to build on. UT from that basically orchestrated a nice season, put things together. But both these clubs are outstanding, and just expect a great matchup.
Brian, SMU has battled their way to this point right now in the season. The ability to beat TCU at home in the quarterfinals. They come back, they back that effort up yesterday with a victory over Texas A&M. Would you say that they have the hot hand right now coming into this Division I championship game?
Oh, regarding the Mustangs, absolutely. I mean, they have been riding a hot streak into this championship game. I mean, heavily fueled by what can be termed only as a major upset of TCU in the quarterfinal round on the campus of TCU, that 9-8 double overtime thriller that you had the opportunity to present right here on Game On Sports. And SMU has been riding that wave all the way into today's game. A thorough victory, 19-6 yesterday over Texas A&M, and that puts them in prime position here today against the University of Texas Longhorns to secure the LSA Division I championship. And that'll be the question of the hour, is can the Pony Magic continue?
And you guys were here yesterday for the call against Missouri, and obviously that was a contest in which Texas steamrolled, and not much of a challenge, but you're going to get one today. How do you think Texas stands up to the challenge that they face today, Brian?
Well, Texas is going to come with what I think is a slightly, it's not a deeper bench, but there's more talent. They can go deeper in the lines than SMU. I mean, SMU puts a good first line. I would say first line wise, as Jim had mentioned moments ago, it's pretty much dead even. But as you go deeper down the bench, I think Texas may have just a little bit more. That doesn't mean that SMU is just going to roll over and hand them the trophy by any means. You're going to see a fight from the Mustangs this afternoon, giving the Longhorns all they can handle. And this is going to come down to the basics of lacrosse, fundamentals, sharp passing, owning the transition game between the restriction lines. And, you know, it sounds cliche to say, but with two teams this equally matched and the hot streak that SMU has riding into this matchup, I think it's just going to come down to who wants it more.
I couldn't get you to bite on that bait, JD. I figured if I put it in the open, you'd come right out and you just say where your heart is, but you didn't. So I'm going to attempt this one more time to try and get you to commit one way or another. But you got two teams, you're evenly matched or not. Who do you tip your hat to, one way or another? Come on, JD.
Well, I mean, UT rolls in here with a strong national ranking. Now, we're sitting here on the precipice of all the dance cards being filled out and knowing where and who they're with in Round Rock. But we're also in a weekend of a lot of upsets. And I mean, to me, UT is favored as far as what SMU goes, front line to front line. They match up very well. I think the thing that shifts it, in my opinion, is the play of Titus McGowan for SMU. I mean, he's a kid that you have to account for, and even when you account for him, he can blister you. And you know, you get into that depth game, you get into a matchup where you let Titus McGowan kind of run amok on you. You know, you're in for a long day. But I mean, on the books, yeah, I'll take a UT.
Brian, I'm looking for players to watch here for the Longhorns. Give me a few names for the people at home that are not familiar with the Longhorns that you should probably have circled and underlined.
Well, the first person you're going to look at, and you're going to see him a lot today, is their face-off specialist, Christian Giangelis, a 6-foot senior from Regent School there in Austin. Their face-off specialist, he was completely dominant in the 16-8 victory over Missouri yesterday. If he has the same kind of day this afternoon that he had last night here at Crum Lacrosse and Sports Field, it's going to be a long day for the Mustangs, because you'll see possession just like we did in this previous game where Missouri State just dominated the possession in the offensive zone against Baylor. Now, helping out DeAngelis, Christian Reno, 4 goals on the day yesterday, along with Gavin Gregory and Tucker George. Gavin Gregory and Tucker George are going to be critical playing goal line extended today, moving into X. And if those two gentlemen get open looks, they're going to take the shot, and it's going to make a long day in goal for the SMU goaltender. And, you know, anything can happen at that point. It's just going to come down to how each team is able to execute here this afternoon.
On the other side, we got an opportunity to see SMU yesterday, and I appreciate what you said about number 24, Titus McGowan. But other than Titus McGowan, JD, who are some other players that obviously you got to keep your eyes on?
Well, I think, to me, Whittier is a player that can emerge and kind of push the ball around and make it very, very progressive for your offense.
We're going to take a pause for the national anthem. Well, nothing says game on like the national anthem. But I will let you finish your thought there, JD.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby Springer's another element that SMU. I mean, if he's not winning off the faceoff, he's scraping ground balls on the perimeter from the faceoff X. He's getting the ball, pushing it down into the offensive zone. He's sitting it with about probably 148 on the ground balls on the season. A lot of that is just energy off the faceoff, and then again just solid in goal. Solid in goal for SMU with. I had my finger on it, and
Massacre.
Yeah, Massacre. I mean, he's a solid stopper. Rose Curran is another contributor, and SMU. I mean, they are far from thin. They can throw a lot of elements at you.
Yeah, we saw yesterday with Curran Rose. We had an opportunity. We thought we didn't know what his number was, but we finally got him identified. That's number 10 on the roster. As Curran Rose is one of those guys that you better keep your eyes on, because he is spectacular and can score from anywhere on the field. Both teams meeting at midfield and getting ready to go. As the Division I LSA title is what is up for grabs here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hey, a stark contrast from where we were yesterday about this time. I think we're about at 65 degrees.
I thought I was in another part of the world yesterday. It wasn't Texas in April.
Well, welcome back to Texas because it's 85 degrees. The heat is definitely on us, and that wind that we were complaining about yesterday must have hurt us.
I'd take a little right now.
I'll never complain about the wind again. As both goalies take their cage, we're about to get underway. Ryan Glennon, the sophomore, goes to the circle. And on the other side for SMU, number 4, Declan Mesker.
And the officiating crew here today in this LSA Division I championship, the referee Brian Searsman, the umpire Kyle Swartz, and our field judge Edward Carr, as we're underway here on the campus of SMU.
Bobby Springer able to come away with the face-off. Party start for the Mustangs. That is where SMU is going to have to dominate at the X. As you pointed out early, Christian DeAngelis, and how about that? Clocking in and delivering the mail right away. SMU not taking any time off the clock to get that first score.
No, and Leskow had a little seeping run right up top, picked the ball up and just popped that on the wide side on the top part of the net, cruising through that wing.
Back down at the X again, coming out with it quickly. It's number 16, Christian DeAngelis. Brian noted, one of the players that we need to watch dominating at the faceoff for the Longhorns, stealing extra possessions, something that the Mustangs can't afford to have.
No, not at all. If the Longhorns continue to win in the faceoff circle at the rate that DeAngelis won yesterday, this could end up being a long day for SMU. But as you saw, SMU wins the opening faceoff. They take it down, and in less than 30 seconds, put the first goal on the board this afternoon in this Division I championship.
Getting the rotation going on the Longhorns, setting up their offense, the defense extending all the way out. Inside close, and boy, looked like at point blank range, Christian Reno should be able to get that goal, but not so much. Reno turned back.
No, the big number 77, the long stick of Max Yogers there to break up the attempt by Christian Reno, and now SMU quickly back on the job.
That's a guy that we pointed out yesterday that is an exceptional athlete, number 77.
Big gentleman, 6'3", 230-pound sophomore out of Yardley, Pennsylvania, and he is going to be a problem the Longhorn offense will have to solve this afternoon.
Well, and not really something that's hiding away in the woodshed. I mean, you're going to run into it. He'll find you, and you got to deal with it.
It's a shot attempt by Lincoln Dodd. Possession stays with the Mustangs. Maxwell Whittier, those guys not only great at what he does shooting, but also a facilitator as well, and that's the guy you better try and get a stick on him, because number 14, Jack Winters.
Fantastic save right there by Ryan Glennon, as Winters point blank, and Glennon equal to the challenge with 12:40 to play in the opening quarter.
Yeah, Glennon's very measured in the goal, extremely active but measured. He's not wasting a lot of energy. He does a great job of positioning.
And that positioning, one of the main factors in what Texas hopes is a low-scoring SMU effort here this afternoon.
You see Jack Egan with the pass back across the field. The Longhorns setting up their offense. 12:22 here in the first. SMU drawing first blood. Scoring within the initial 20 seconds of this contest.
An opportunity there just wide by Jack Egan, as you'll need to keep an eye on two other players to watch, the Egan brothers, both Jack and Max, here on the offensive end this afternoon.
Rolling back across the line. Procedure and not a procedure. but the ball going to the Mustangs.
Yeah, Ellis Tucci tried to keep that ball in the offensive zone, stepped on the line just barely. Over and back call gives SMU possession.
And the guy that you pointed out, J.D. Titus McGowan, with the early pass behind X to number 7, Maxwell Whittier. And just like that, SMU delivering the mail at home. They may not have won the tailgate, but boy, they're out here hot on the field.
They are, and Whittier settled in on that lane, and McGowan just kind of drifted. These guys are really kind of got it all put together at this point. Just kind of little eye contact and a little touch pass on that lane, and dropped it in that lower spot of the goal, and they're walking away 2-0.
Back down at the X, and again, look at how easy that was for Christian DeAngelis. Right down the alley with the shot. Possession stays on this end with the Longhorns.
Yeah, the 6-foot senior doing his job in the face-off circle. Now it will be up to the Longhorn offense to convert here and reduce this lead back to a single goal for SMU.
11:26 here in the first quarter. So far, all of the momentum on the side of the Mustangs. Very efficient on offense so far, up by 2 scores. Longhorns working from behind the X. Coming back top side. Maybe an opportunity right here, but not able to corral that pass. And there's a ground ball war happening. Possession and hustle for the ground ball. Both teams fighting for it as the Longhorns come away with the possession.
Yeah, possession secured by Gavin Gregory, but the Longhorns now down to 17 on the shot clock on this possession.
As you pointed out, time becoming a thing of the essence. Boy, close to being a great interception for SMU.
An ill-advised pass there by Gregory, trying to find number 8 Christian Reno in the middle. Taken away there by number 26 Will Hansen of the Mustangs.
Yeah, Hansen, scrummed up that ground ball and really kind of didn't take off from midfield. Really kind of measured it out. They really just don't want to get above their skis, and SMU wants to play the game that they have on the game plan and really not press.
Oh, indeed, Hansen making the initial interruption on the pass, staying with the ground ball to scoop it up. And good position. You've got to give Hansen credit as the 5'11", 180-pound freshman in the right position to make that play for SMU.
Again, Texas setting up their offense pretty much in the middle of the field on our side. A bouncer. Wow, Steve Sasso with the shot.
And that one almost over the back fence.
Yeah, Sasso saw a similar shot on the top side and really just didn't take advantage.
And that's what Christian Reno sending about 10 yards out on the right side, standing in the alley, getting his feet set and shot off, and just like that, the Longhorns are on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, he's a flat sniper. You can't let him have space. You got to get in on his hands, and he'll make you pay for it. And he did in that instance.
And setting Reno up there, a fantastic assist from X by Parker Ailes. That pass from Ailes right on the cross of Reno to give him the one-timer for the goal.
That get a procedure penalty and possession for the Longhorns.
Yeah, and aside from the first couple of face-offs, Bobby Springer's pretty much been neutralized.
Max Egan. Both work in the middle of the field, now working it back behind X. And that's a costly pass. It's going to go across, over and back, and SMU now has the possession. 9 minutes here in the first quarter. SMU leads by a score. The score SMU 2. University of Texas 1.
Yeah, and the second unforced error there on the offensive end for Texas, as they've allowed the ball to get all the way back to the midfield stripe and have to turn over possession to the Mustangs.
So a little bit of patience being shown here by the Mustangs. Eli Daniel working on the far side. See Dante Douglas in close with the bouncer. And just like that, the Mustangs respond.
Yeah, Douglas really looking for that shot to open up and just taking what they gave him and lowers the boom on him on that closed in side. He had his hands loose as the slide came up and just took advantage.
An outstanding crowd here at SMU, both sides packed. As this Division I matchup drawing a crowd here in Dallas. It's the battle for the face-off. And just like that, Bobby Springer able to come away with the possession. Lincoln Dodd, another one of those players that is utility, does it all for the Mustangs. How about that for a shot?
Yeah, Lee Shaw too wide open on that opportunity.
Lee Shaw coming right down the alley with the shot, not wasting any time.
No, Ellis Tucci put himself in good position to force Lee Shaw to take that shot around Tucci and just wide. Nice save there by Glennon to put the Longhorns on the fast break.
I like what you said about Christian Marino, that he's a sniper.
Yeah, I mean, you got to account for him.
It doesn't have the speed of, say, Titus McGowan on the other side, but his shot very accurate and deadly from anywhere 30 yards out and in.
They're working their way around him. And the response immediately from the University of Texas. I believe that was Sterling Hupp.
Yeah, not a name you call a lot. He's a contributing attacker, but I mean he came up with a vengeance up that lane and had a nice little turnaround.
Well, Hupp picking up where he left off in last night's game. He was the opening goal scorer last night for the Longhorns. Had 2 on the evening, or actually 1 on the evening, an opening goal, and making his contribution felt here with just over 7 minutes to play in the opening quarter.
DeAngelis and Springer battling at the X.
I mean, I don't see that either squad is worse from their physical, the physical games that they had leading up to this in Missouri and A&M.
This guy that just scored the last goal, Sterling Hupp. A little bit of pressure in the crease, but then passing the ball back out. 50 seconds on the shot clock for the Longhorns. As this has been a pace for this first quarter. As we're already 6:27 in.
That's what the Longhorns have up top here with number 4, Parker Ailes. He loves to distribute, and he always seems to be in the right position to make the right pass.
Up in again. Up in again. You called it. Ailes with the pass to Up standing in around the crease, and he scores. And just like that, we're knotted up at 6:08 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, second assist on the afternoon for Parker Ailes, as the 5'9", 160-pound junior making his presence felt here this afternoon, distributing very effectively for the Longhorns.
Yeah, I mean, if these guys are just going to throw haymakers like this, I don't know that my heart can take it.
And that's all you're seeing right now.
Man, they're just going at it.
Bombs away. And the referee trying to get out of it. Boy, a lot of stick work being displayed as Bobby Springer comes out with the faceoff. Daniel Steckler able to corral that pass, and boy, we almost had a pole goal there.
Nice shot there on the bounce by Will Hanson, but well over top of goal. As now Winters brings the ball back in for SMU.
Waiting to see winners explode. We saw him yesterday. I believe four goals yesterday, 5 goals for winners yesterday. And one thing we haven't seen is the speed difference that McGowan displayed from yesterday's matchup with Texas A&M.
And McGowan back out there on the turf right now.
Yeah, I mean, and McGowan, McGowan's not out every series. I mean, they're picking their spots to utilize him.
Well, Kern Rose with the pass that comes in a little low and not able to be corralled for Wesley Maloney. And just like that, the Longhorns are on the move.
A nice transition there by number 6, Travis Palmer, for the Longhorns. Now we'll have the Texas offense back on the job with the clock moving under 5 minutes in the third. And SMU has an opportunity here to make another steal and possibly go back out in front.
See the Mustangs extending their defense all the way out. That's the guy that you said isn't the scorer that you're looking for, but he must have woke up on the right side of the bed because number 7, Sterling Huff, is putting in work right now.
Yeah, I mean, Huff's an outstanding player and just takes advantage of opportunity, and he's doing so today.
Yeah, just over 10 minutes into this contest here at the Crum Lacrosse and Sports Field on the campus of SMU, and Huff already with a hat trick 10 minutes into the game, and now a 4-3 lead, the first lead of the day for Texas, as SMU will look to rally here.
Bobby Springer looking for the victory at the X. Bit of a scrum. No one able to come away with the ground ball as of yet. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession should go to SMU, and it does.
Yeah, effective work there by Daniel Steckler to keep Henry Schechter away from the ball. It goes out of bounds, last touch by Texas. And now SMU back on the job with just over 4 minutes remaining in period number 1.
And you saw Weimer kind of drift up from across the restrainer without a possession call, and that was kind of overlooked. The SMU faithful really wanting the call.
See, number 12, Jason Lishaw is working, trying to get down the middle of the field, and just the Longhorn defense converging and making life miserable, and that's a turnover with possession going back to UT.
Yeah, another great stop and goal there by Ryan Glennon, and then the quick outlet to Luke Melcher to put the Longhorns back on the job.
Riley Schmidt defending from behind X with the long pole for the Mustangs. Again, UT with the rotation, and that's a guy you better watch. He has the hot hand.
Oh, they called no goal there. It looked like it went across the line.
It did.
Great save there by Declan Metzger.
May have to look for the replay on that one when we have a break.
Definitely got behind Massacre, but not sure if it crossed the line. Hopefully our crack camera crew has a good angle on that we can check during the next available timeout.
And Titus McGowan's pass to Rose bounces out of bounds.
And Jim, that's something that we did not see all day from Titus McGowan. An errant pass like that, he was usually spot on with his footwork and passing yesterday.
Yeah, you also didn't see him with Drake pressured like he's getting. I mean, and they're accounting for him, and if he moves an inch, they got a body on him.
And a whistle on the field, stoppage in play. The possession will stay with UT. Guys working on the far side, and that's Max Egan working the pass back behind X, and his brother working in close.
A nice attempt there on the bounce shot by Jack Egan, just a little too hard, bouncing over the goal.
Look out for Reno trying to make his way back top side. Boy, and that's an errant pass, rolls out of bounds. Possession goes the other way for the Mustangs.
Yeah, they were looking for that centering pass to kind of open up the middle, and it just fell errantly to the ground.
Gregory trying to find Jack Egan there just on the top of the crease, and the pass behind Egan out of bounds. Now SMU will take over on offense with less than 2 minutes remaining in the first. Oh, they call that a save or a goal? No. Wow, save Glennon. No goal. And a crease violation as he was piled on in the crease.
You want to call that an easy save? I don't want to call that an easy save. I don't want to call that an easy save. But he's standing right there in the line of fire, and he's doing a great job.
Teddy Lisa had leverage on that thing. That thing came in hard.
It did. Eli Daniel working down the alley with the shot for the Mustangs.
Yeah, the Mustangs squandering an opportunity there. They had Ryan Glennon out of possession, and a wide open goal in front of number 33 Wesley Maloney, but he was just unable to convert. But Mustangs do keep possession here with 39 ticks remaining in the opening quarter.
Eli Daniel working the pass back behind the X to Maxwell Whittier, not able to take advantage of that opportunity that they had. Numbers, they have plenty of shot clock here to work something, but you can tell that the Mustangs are trying to go fast. Great job with the last minute check on that stick. It dislodged the ball. And just like that. Whoop, no. Ron Rose working his checks as well on that stick.
Yeah, he just got under Goldsmith.
Man, I tell you that. What a shot. Working in close, and that's right at the doorstep and not able to cash in. And boy, what a pace for the first quarter.
Oh, Hupp there with a wide open opportunity as the final seconds tick off of the first quarter, and had he been able to convert, that's an assist to Ryan Glennon. That was a 70-yard pass to Hupp.
Yeah, I mean, and on point. I mean, that's outstanding play. Good heads up to see that opportunity open up deep.
As they take a break for the first quarter, we will as well, and be right back as play resumes here on Game On Sports.
We've done both new and pre-owned. It's the same experience. It's everything's the same. They make it too easy to even think about going anywhere else.
Discover our wide variety of pre-owned vehicles at Sewell.com today.
You've never been one to fear the unknown. That's because you've seen seasons like this come and go, just like many of your competitors. You know your outcome. Stay focused and take calculated risks, seizing opportunities when others freeze. The truth is, winter business cycles separate the good from the great, and winter is your season. Ours too. That's why for over a century, we've been honored to serve you. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
Back in action here at Southern Methodist University for the LSA Division I Championship. So far, University of Texas leading by 1 as they have battled back from the initial onslaught of scoring from SMU. Sterling Hupp, the the star of the first quarter for the Longhorns.
Already a hat trick for Hupp in the first quarter, the product from Lake Travis High School, one of the perennial powers in the Texas High School Lacrosse League, and making his presence felt here this afternoon in this Division I championship.
Riley Schmidt defending for the Mustangs. As the rotation working there, boy, if that's Declan Mesker, boy, we saw it yesterday, and that continuation, both of these goalies have been peppered with shots from the first quarter on, and that's the continuation. Declan Mesker doing a good job.
Yeah, neither goalie's really getting out of position. The goals that are going in are that are going on anybody, but they're positioning themselves very well.
Dante Douglas with the spin move, and another shot attempt on goal by Maxwell Whittier, but even better save.
Well, Ryan Glennon, rising up to the challenge here this afternoon, has let 3 goals get past him, but he's made at least 3 top quality caliber saves so far in this match. A lesser goalie, and this would be easily a 2 or 3 goal lead for SMU.
Yeah, and on that last series, I mean, Tucker George was the one that came in and saved the day with the, with the kind of the bounce coming back out off the save.
Look at that shot catching the bottom. They're going to not call that a goal.
Not going to say it.
I'm not going to say it.
Not going to say it.
Wow, that looked good from here from our vantage point for Max Eigen.
Because let me tell you what, there were some moms that were happy.
Mom goal.
I think that was just outside the pipe on the back side of the net.
Fooled us all.
But it was, I mean, it missed the pipe by mere inches.
Yeah.
That was a mom goal by less than 3 inches.
You thought you had me, JD.
Mom goal nevertheless.
Kern Rose in the alley working back across the Winners, not able to get the pass. But
is that anything like an almost in horseshoes where you get like half a point or a wiener?
You get nothing.
You get nothing and like it?
You get nothing, but your mom's happy.
Your mom's happy. There we go. Hey, it's important that mom's happy.
Lincoln Dodd with the shot attempt that goes over the top of the cage. Possession does stay with the Mustangs.
And there's your man to watch. Jim Dixon, Titus McGowan being marked in X. We'll see what McGowan can start from behind the net for the Mustangs.
Jack Winters working in the alley.
Nice work there by Ellis Tucci to force that turnover.
Yeah, I mean there's no shy of physical activity.
And Jack Winters comes right back with some payback and steals it back. So
yeah,
neither one of these is poetic.
Yeah, no, exactly. Neither one of these teams backing down as we move under 12 minutes remaining in the first half. I mean, I don't know that this contest is going to be more than a 3-goal lead for either team all afternoon long.
Dante Douglas and Rose and McGowan not able to, didn't even looking back trying to figure out where the ball went.
Nice play there by Riley Schmidt.
Finally with the possession. McGowan needs to corral the ground ball. There's a yard sale.
And SMU gets dinged on the procedure penalty.
Just like that going the other way. Defense corralling around the crease. It's a great job at the last minute of affecting that shot. That's number 26, Will Hansen.
That's the second time Hansen has made effective work of that long stick, blocking one of the Longhorn shots in front of goal this afternoon.
Well, I mean, we saw it on the first game today that it's hard enough to shoot into a wide open goal, let alone with a guy draped on you and somebody on your hands. And that's the whole thing. Both these squads are making it difficult to score.
Of the aggressiveness of number 41, Jack Egan. He's coming right back with another shot attempt. He's really relentless. He does not let up.
So both of the Egan boys, they are aggressive, heavy shooters here now back up top to the brother Max.
fake thought about it. Coming back across the near side, GLE, great defense. The guy we just mentioned now having to come away with the ground ball. No penalties. He's definitely trying to appeal to the refs. It's Will Hansen.
Well, they did get a foul call, and now the fan favorite Max Yoderst with the ball in the offensive zone, no less.
Possession going the other way. Boy, they're working so hard for these possessions. Oh, it does stay with SMU.
Quick steal there off the inbound by the Longhorns. Nice work there by SMU.
Yeah, Longhorns lead by a goal, 9:25 here in the second quarter. Hector Harrison alongside Jim Dixon, Brian Shackelford. And the Division I LSA championship on the line, and these two teams are playing.
Both teams equal to the task so far. And now SMU with another opportunity to tie this match.
It's been the errant passes here in the second quarter that's cost them. Not as crisp as they were in the first.
Well, and it's kind of where you are when that pass happens, and it's doing them in.
Exactly. It may be that the movement here by both teams, because the movement and the pace has been very aggressive, that some of these passes are, I mean, most of these passes that are errant are behind the intended recipient, not in front of them. As I think adrenaline playing a factor here, you know, in the championship game, that always has you bring it up a notch. And there is a big, shiny trophy on the line.
Reno and Smith locking horns here. Reno working from behind next, and another save there by Massacre.
Yeah, Seaver Sasso wishes he had that shot back. He jumping up and down in front of the crease.
And maybe he didn't have to. If he just set his feet and fired the shot, maybe they'd have a better shot.
No, I agree, Heckma. I think that he actually put a little bit too much mustard on that one. Had he just kind of given it a lighter release, it would have dropped right down under the bar for a goal.
Eli Daniel working on the far side. SMU setting up their offense. 7:56 here in the second.
Outstanding defense by Bake Dickey, coming in late off the sub and riding with the ball carrier, and just as soon as he sees that shot open up, just got in the way.
Positioning has been very effective here for both teams in this first half, as that's what's limited our scoring here to 7 total goals between that and the excellent work in the pipes by both goalkeepers. Now Longhorns have a chance here to try and open up the first 2-goal lead of the match.
Maybe the Longhorns hadn't shown a lot of patience on offense. It seemed like they are here to get these rotations started. Number 41, as I pointed out, Egan, and how aggressive he has been, and that's an errant pass. Comes back on this side. Watch your ankles.
Yeah, Tucker George needed to be 5'11" on that pass instead of 5'9". Just over the top of his cross, and possession transfers to SMU.
Rishaw working in the alley. The back up to Eli Daniel. And under 7 minutes here left in this first half.
And that not a shot by Lishaw. Lishaw looking there for Maxwell Whittier. Goal line extended on the far side. The pass just a little bit too far outside for Whittier.
Dodge coming across. Eli Daniel with the pass. Oh, and the bouncer tried to catch him off balance. Ryan Glennon.
Grand larceny there by Glennon.
Yeah, Glennon just came back into the frame of the goal with his stick and good presence, a way to know where the ball is.
We have our first timeout being called on the field by the University of Texas. They take a timeout. We'll do the same and be right back as play resumes here on Game On Sports. .623 here in the LSA Division I Championship. The guys so far so good. I would love to say that one team is favored over the other, but I would like, well, just based on the eyeball test, looks like the Longhorns have a lot of the momentum right now.
Well, they've been carrying it. But go ahead, Jim.
No, I think that, you know, they do have a lot of momentum. They have a lot of stuff going their way, but you know, nobody's really stepping up, and it's just you know, both squads have done a great job of matching and shutting each other down.
Right, I think it's just been here in the last couple of minutes where the Longhorns have been the recipient of the lucky breaks, where in the opening 4 or 5 minutes of the first quarter, it was the Mustangs that kind of caught the lucky breaks. But as you mentioned, Jim, really no clear advantage by one team or the other here with just under 6 minutes to play before halftime.
They're trying to make things work. Again, this all rolls out of bounds. Possession will stay with UT.
A sharp play there by Max Egan, forcing Emmett Cheever into the ball and then poking it out of bounds, forcing him to poke it out of bounds. Smart play there.
And Jack Egan attempting to pass behind the X to Sterling Hupp. Hupp, as you mentioned, already with the hat trick. Coming out hot in the first quarter. 5-12 here in the second.
I mean, Hupp is a very capable player, just not really somebody who you know, does a lot of stuff off ball, stuff that's really not recognized. But you know, to have him already pop 3 in today, you know, he may be the kid that steps up today, is a difference maker.
What you would call the unsung hero, and that would be him. But again, he's just staying aggressive, and you love to see it. Max Egan working on the far side, trying to earn that possession, and he does.
Well, the main thing there for Sterling Hupp is he's been putting himself in the right position. He has kept his feet moving. And when Parker Ailes is looking to find someone to distribute the ball, Hupp has been the open man so far early in this contest.
And Parker Ailes on the far side, setting up her offense. They pass across, and look at this SMU defense extending all the way out on the perimeter. Ground ball taken by SMU, and that's a heads-up play by number 54.
Yeah, to use an analogy from a different sport there, that's a takedown for 2 points by Max Yogers to give SMU possession. But a clean play as the Mustangs back on the job.
Leslie Maloney with the possession and whistles on the field, and SMU calls a timeout. Coach Skeen wanting to get the perfect play call. They're going to do this as they get the timeout on the field. We'll do the same. We'll step aside and be right back as action resumes. Play resumes here at SMU. Still, Longhorns up by a score. Lincoln Dodd dancing in the alley, working on this near side.
And keep an eye there on McGowan up top for the Mustangs.
Trying to work across, and how about that? Quick work for Wesley Maloney. Right place, right time with the score, and we're tied up.
Well, just that quick pass across the goal face, and really didn't give the Longhorns an opportunity to do anything. They had to shift, and that near side goal just opened up for them.
Oh, a great pass there across the goal mouth by Maxwell Whittier, catching Maloney diving in toward the net. And, you know, as good as Glennon has been in this contest so far, just not enough time for Ryan Glennon to react to that. And a tie game now with 3 minutes to play before halftime.
We have a Mustang down.
Yeah, that's Bobby Springer, a guy that they cannot afford to lose him at the faceoff.
And gentlemen, that goal with 3:03 remaining in the first half, the first goal of this second quarter.
I think we got spoiled from the first quarter. 7 goals scored.
Well, I mean, you could still throw a haymaker just playing defense.
Maloney right on the spot. Again, working for the ground ball. Bit of a scrum here. Referee's going to figure this out for us and give the possession to the Longhorns.
Yeah, Christian Reno had established possession over the ball and then pushed from behind by his counterpart number 8, Ethan Burnt. And on the foul, the Longhorns take over and get a fresh 80 on the shot clock.
Yeah, I mean, Burnt came in just trying to get lift on his opponent and try to get under where he can get at the ball. And
right place, right time. Massacre doing his thing.
Oh, another great save for Dylan Massacre.
It just drops it.
Oh, it looked like he had the opportunity right there. But that's a great decision to get it out to Karan Rose, and Rose with the score at 1:43.
Yeah, and you know, they came in, they penetrated, they sucked those poles in, creating space for Rose on that exterior, because they were almost at, you know, they were a man up on him in close. Rose had nothing but open space in front of him.
All of that set up by Declan Massacre. The save and the outlet pass to get the fast break going. And just like that, transition points for the Mustangs as they pull ahead by a score of 1:43 left in the first half.
You want to give credit there to Daniel Steckler on the excellent pass, finding Curran Rose open out on the goal line extended far side. Without that pass from Steckler and the big stop there by Massacre, it's still a tie game.
Good job by DeAngelis with the face-off, and another possession for the Longhorns. Look at the pole that they have on Sterling Hupp. They have not playing around. They're going to get Max Yogers out on him immediately.
He's accounted for.
You are accounted for.
You're in the book now.
Yep, thank you. We know what to do with you.
Oh, yeah, with Hupp and the early hat trick, I'm sure that the defensive changes have been made to have Max Yogers wear him like a cheap suit for the rest of this championship game.
Massacre and trying to get to one side, but still the ability to score right there is uncanny. That's a great goal. 49 seconds here in the first half, and we're knotted up again.
Yeah, he was kind of traveling along the goal face, and Massacre kind of moved with him a little bit, opening up that near side for him.
No, Christian Reno coming around out of X, he was looking top shelf the entire time and found that 3-inch square just over Massacre's left shoulder, and now it's a tie game with 49 ticks remaining in the first half.
It's one of the things that I'm really impressed with lacrosse players, how they can find that little small opening to get a score.
Yeah, I mean, of athletes, these guys have just tremendous vision. You know, you got, and you need your head on a swivel because you're getting it from all sides.
Bobby Stringer is hurled out of bounds, but then another timeout called on the field for SMU as they have the possession. They want to get something special here at the 34-second mark. Again, a break on the field will do the same and come back as play resumes here on Game On Sports. Back in action here at Southern Methodist University for the final 34 seconds of the first half. A Division I Lone Star Alliance championship on the line, and both of these teams playing like it. And this matchup has not disappointed to this point, guys.
Yeah, I think, you know, obviously both squads want to walk away with a win, but I think they're more eager to look at this on what they performed on a national level.
And just making his presence felt. And barreling down the alley.
Jackson Leashow has been on a hot streak here this entire first half, and any chance that he has had to take an open shot at goal, he has done so. He is just letting it fly here this afternoon in this Division I championship.
You think that was the play design that they set up?
I'm not sure if that was the exact play design, but I think that was an option for Leashow where he's in front of the net, and it's probably one of those situations where he has the option to pass, find the man goal line extended, or if he feels like he has the open look, take a shot. And he did take the shot, forcing Glennon to make a save as we now go to halftime tied at 5.
Yeah, tied at 5. It's halftime here at Southern Methodist University.
I think they drew it up. I think they said, Leashow, you're going to run in here and just smash that guy.
What do you call that? The bulldozer package?
That's it. We're just going to run him over.
Student body right.
There you go.
Making it done. But just like that, we're tied up. We're going to half. And, man, let's get a word here. I mean, I don't know whose side you go with here because it's been so back and forth. And finally, again, knotted up at 5 with an entire half to play.
Hey, I mean, this thing is everything we expected and more. I mean, the way these teams are kind of countering each other on the fly is great. There's a lot of situational awareness just among the players on the field. There's a lot of background that these guys have. I mean, some of these guys have all played together, at the high school and little levels.
Indeed, and to me, it's kind of – the half has kind of unfolded where SMU came out very strong in the opening few minutes, and then it looked like the Longhorns kind of took over the middle section, being the latter half of the first quarter and most of the second quarter, and then the Mustangs catch fire again with 2 quick goals toward the end of the half, and then Reno tying the match with less than a minute to play. And this is exactly where we all expected this would be. I knew. I knew.
Crystal ball time, Brian.
Right. Oh, I figured at halftime that this was going to be a tie game or a 1-goal game either way. And we have not disappointed here on Game On Sports as it's all knotted up at 5 going to the halftime break.
And we're going to take a break for the halftime and be right back as play resumes for the beginning of the second half. Division I trophy on the line here at SMU. You guys stay with us. We'll be back for the beginning of the second half.
You've never been one to fear the unknown. That's because you've seen seasons like this come and go, just like many of your competitors. You know your outcome, stay focused, and take calculated risks, seizing opportunities when others freeze. The truth is, winter business cycles separate the good from the great, and winter is your season. Ours too. That's why for over a century, we've been honored to serve you. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
Sewell is definitely a part of my family. Everyone, you know, just has this great smile that we are happy to see you. We're so glad you're here. They really care about people, and that's not something you find at every dealership. I love to leave a dealership feeling peaceful, and I've never experienced that until Sewell. I drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at Sewell Buick GMC.
I actually look forward to car shopping with Sewell because I know that the whole process is going to be seamless, comfortable, and we're going to be taken care of. Buying a car is a big life event. I just felt very relaxed through the whole process. They put us at ease. There wasn't any pressure. It really felt like we were sitting at home trying to buy a car, especially with the cookies. I drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at Sewell Cadillac.
Whoa! You.
Wow, what a defensive player, right?
Boy, this is an action-packed weekend, guys, and I don't know how much lacrosse y'all got left in you, but we got another 30 minutes. All right, so I need you to hang in there, JD.
I'm here.
Okay? I need you to hang in there, Brian. This has been exciting action.
Oh, I'm here for the duration.
On a Sunday. And, I mean, look, here's the thing. We knew that this action would not disappoint. I said it, man. You could feel it in the air. And you knew something special was brewing, especially with the way that this crowd has come in. Weather, this heat not affecting anybody. They're like, hey, we're going to come out here. We're going to see some good lacrosse. But, man, how fitting we're tied up at 5 because there has been no backing down from either one of these clubs.
No, nobody wants to give way, and both squads feel like they're deserving of the championship. They just want an opportunity to earn it and get out, get after it. And we've had, I mean, for the most part, it has been all on the field. Not really a lot of penalty decisions playing into it thus far, and for the most part, pretty mistake-free on both sides.
Now, I like what you said there. Not a lot of penalties either, right? Not a lot of man-up situations for anyone. Right now, it's just been being played straight up. The second half is going to be interesting. Brian, what are you looking for?
Well, yeah, no penalties yet in the match. I mean, we've had a few fouls, change of possession type situations, but no man-up, man-down situations. To me, it's been very measured aggression here by both teams as we begin the third quarter in a tie game, all knotted up here at 5. And to me, I mean, to borrow another sports analogy, to me this reminds me of a NASCAR race where I think both of these teams realize that it's not important to be leading at halftime. It doesn't matter who leads the first lap, it matters who leads the last lap. And I think you're going to see the intensity increase and turn up as we move deeper and deeper into this game. And then perhaps once we get to the fourth quarter, if we're still in a tie situation or a one-goal game, then you're going to see these teams start to take those little extra chances that could open up opportunities for the other team if they're able to capitalize.
Yeah, I love that NASCAR analogy, but I tell you what, this has been from the beginning, heavyweight bout.
Indeed.
Blows going back and forth, the haymakers flying in that first round. But someone's going to fall. They can't withstand this for a whole another 30 minutes. Something's going to happen, and right there you see it get started.
Yeah, Christian Reno coming up that lane and just creating a little bit of space, a little bit of room to get his hands free, and coming outside, just popping it top shelf, and you can't ask for anything better. And UT at halftime was over in the shade. They're getting their water in, they're resettling, and hopefully that's the benefit of that little extra that they have.
Yeah, 57 seconds is all it took for the Longhorns to break that tie from half. Talk about turning up. I think SMU is the team that needs to turn it up a bit. They've been withstanding more on the defense, if you could think of it in that to that degree. They've just been withstanding what the Longhorns have brought them. Man, it's time for these guys to try and get back in this game and exact some of their dominance. The speed that we saw them play against Texas A&M hasn't been there. So that's what I want to see. Some of their fast guys get in and boom, that's what you need. You're going to get a crease violation? No crease violation. 30's right there, and boy, Longhorns thought they had him, but the guy that we talked about in the open, Jack Winters, finally has entered the building.
Yeah, Winters just crashing to the goal face and getting that little quick one-timer in and popping that thing into the back of the net and obviously catching Glennon a little off guard up top. He was kind of set up low.
Walking away with that face-off is Wes Gilbert. And the guy that we just talked about, Christian Renos, breaking the tie. He's so dangerous.
Indeed, and the one interesting fact that you can look at as a dichotomy in this game is the scoring. Texas, 6 goals with 2 different goal scorers, a hat trick for Reno and a hat trick for Sterling Hupp. SMU, on the other hand, 6 different goal scorers, each with 1 goal in the match here this afternoon.
So a complete team effort on the other side for SMU, and for the Longhorns, it's 2 guys with the hot head. That's what you need to see. And number 91, Daniel Steckler. Now setting up their offense, Jack Winters getting out on the far side, bringing the defense out to him. Now this is a danger zone. Ah, that's a pass that goes over the head and like almost into the stands as one ducking on this side.
Winters looking there for Curran Rose on the near side, and Ellis Tucci right there to put his stick in the way, so Winters could not complete that pass that goes high out of bounds.
Yeah, just that little crossover, trying to extend that play a little bit, set that up on the near side, and just fell short a little bit, and UT's got UT took advantage of it. They're coming down here on the offensive zone and see if they can keep attacking.
And here I think we'll have our first man-up advantage of the afternoon, as Tucker George taken down right in front of the crease.
Yeah, Celestino kind of got beat a little bit, and tried to keep his man in check, and you get on the top side of him, and while he's going down, and you're going to get called on that one every time.
And serving the penalty for SMU, number 15, Celestino, as you said, Jim. And now we'll see how Texas works this man-up advantage.
See him come out immediately and almost take that cage off of its bolts.
Oh, well, that cage moved. They need to reset that. Yeah, Eigen moved the cage with that shot for sure.
Back up top as the rotation is started. Boy, mask right over the top of the cage.
Yeah, Eigen looks like he's dialed in here from the near side goal line extended. That missed the top bar by less than 6 inches.
Going back to the other side, and again, that's Massacre with another save. Both of these goalkeepers doing a wonderful job. Here's we're tied up at 11:02 in the third.
And the penalty expired to Celestino. Both teams now back at full strength.
And that's one of those things for Texas that I'm sure they're upset about, not being able to take advantage of the man-up opportunity.
Well, any team's going to be upset about that. You feel confident, you put your first line out there for the goal scoring, and you expect to convert on that man-up advantage. So, yeah, certainly Coach Hartzell will be reviewing that with his man-up team, and definitely an opportunity wasted by the Longhorns. Now we'll see if SMU can capitalize and retake the lead.
That's a shot that goes across, moves the goal. Glennon again, just so solid. Standing in the line of fire, another save.
And you see the intensity being turned up here as the speed, the velocity on these shots has increased exponentially here in the third quarter, as if they don't hit the mark, I mean, the cage is rocking back and forth from these shots on both sides.
Yeah, if it doesn't hit the mark, it's going to Mockingbird to the Central Expressway.
Indeed.
Longhorns looking to set up their offense. Create a quality possession. This is another pace. Both of these teams. This is different. Look, just standing right at the crease. And coming back top side. And Reno played him the whole time. As though he was looking for the pass, and then gets back top side and scores.
Yeah, I think I think that one little extra look opened that shot up for him.
Exactly what they needed at 9:28, ahead by a score. Wes Gilbert down at the X. Just like that. Want to see the speed right now from number 24. swim move back inside. Still keeping the ball in his head. Boy, last-minute stick check, bringing that shot off. But again, possession will stay on this side with SMU.
Adam Weimer and Tucci there combined to keep McGowan from getting a good shot.
Yeah, I mean, UT's done a great job about neutralizing number 24. I mean, they're forcing McGowan to have to work really hard, and a lot of in the last day we haven't seen a lot of bodies on him.
No, we haven't.
No, I think they've made a conscious decision here that they are going to try to shut down Titus McGowan, and if someone else beats the Longhorns today, so be it. But it sounds like Coach Hartzell has made the decision it will not be Titus McGowan this afternoon.
Burt Goldsmith defending on the far side. That's great defense by the Longhorns. Both of these teams, man, doing such a wonderful job. They've got to do something about number 8. He is having his way. Love that last score from Sereno.
Almost like he lulled the entire SMU defense to sleep. I mean, he stand behind the crease there for at least 8, 10, maybe 12 seconds before wrapping around goal line extended on the far side to put the Longhorns back out in front.
The guy that we just talked about, Christian Reno, and with a shot across the cage.
And Jim, he looks equally adept firing from the right side or the left side as he went backdoor there trying to fire with the left hand across the goal mouth in front of Massacre.
Oh no, he's vicious with his left hand. I mean, he's got all the tools.
Another shot attempt, and that's the guy that I've said has been so aggressive this entire matchup. Number 41, Zach Egan, again scoring. That's the third for the Longhorns to get a score. Sorry.
Yeah, and Egan, I mean, these are shots that he's been looking for earlier in the game. Just hasn't been able to convert on them, and they're starting to drop now, and he's finding lanes that he can exploit, and they're kind of opening up the SMU defense from the backside.
Back down at the X for both teams. Going to get Wilson's call. Possession is going to go to the Mustangs. Working across is Daniel Steckler. Mustangs find themselves down by 2 with 7:23 here in the third.
The first time today that the Longhorns have led by more than 1 goal. SMU had a 2-0 lead to start the action. And those are the only times either team has led by more than 1 goal this afternoon.
Man, and the defense for the Longhorns, they are clamping down on these Mustangs. Every possession. Sliding, bringing the double team, and making life unbearable.
And Parker Ailes will come back out to quarterback the offense for the Longhorns, as you'll see both Hupp and Reno working in X for Texas here with the shot clock down to 50.
And finally, with a 2-score lead, they're okay with salting down a few seconds on their shot clock.
Well, I don't think either squad is really going to rest on their laurels because they know that 2-goal lead can go away in a quick hurry.
With the spin move back inside. Massacre tries to hustle up to the inline, but the possession will stay with the Longhorns, and Sterling Hupp beats him to the line. And great hustle for the possession. Massacre again standing in front. That's going to reset. Nope. It's a save by Massacre.
Massacre puts himself in the right position there, guarding that near side post. And Gregory just unable to get enough on that shot to get it past Massacre. And SMU will take over now, a free-for-all.
They're trying not to get the failure to advance, and there we go.
Well, the fly ball up in the air cost them precious seconds there. And now the Longhorns go back on the job as we move into 5.5 remaining here in quarter number 3.
Two-score lead for the Longhorns. Again, this is back and forth the rhythm of this game, and so far the momentum being completely stolen here in the third quarter by the Longhorns. Turning the heat up on the defense, but also on offense, as Egan and Reno with the scores here in the third. And how about that for a scrum and takedown?
Yeah, once again, Ailes able to establish position over the ball, and the push from behind gives the Longhorns possession and a fresh 80 on the shot clock.
Yeah, just a hair too aggressive on that clear. We'll see if SMU adjusts back to more of a conventional clear and try to work that possession a little bit better.
.55 seconds now on the shot clock for the Longhorns. 4:18 on the game clock. Two-score lead for the first time in this match for the Texas Longhorns. And SMU is going to have to turn up the heat on their defense. How about that? Another look, though. Clean look for Sterling Hupp, but what do they have on Hupp? Number 77. They're not going to leave him uncovered.
Got the wide body on it.
Yes, sir.
A very athletic move there by Hupp, unable to convert. But you've got to admire his tenacity there to try to turn around and take that jump shot in midair. And now the Longhorns have less than 20 seconds on this possession.
Get back inside GLE. Boy, what? Massacre almost stepped all the way back inside of the cage. And my goodness, number 7. Lucky sevens for everybody. As Sterling Hupp, yeah, he came to play.
He may be that little difference maker that sways this thing back towards UT's benefit.
And that's a timeout on the field. We're going to take a timeout with him and be right back as play resumes. Timeout taken on the field, and just like that, the Longhorns extending their lead by 3. Brian, tell me what you think, man. This is right now we talk about momentum being stolen here. I don't know about that. It just seems like they're building upon something coming out of half.
No, it's a slow burn here by the Longhorns. They've made the halftime adjustments. I'm not sure really if the heat here becoming a factor, as the Longhorns in the lighter colored tops, they were able to get over into the shade where the Mustangs weren't able to. But in this third quarter, you've started to see the Longhorns put the building blocks together, and what was a 5-5 halftime tie is now a 3-goal advantage for the Longhorns, as they've outscored SMU here in this third frame by a score of 4-1. And it's been the transition play here and the defense by the Longhorns that has made the difference, and very timely and aggressive shooting on the offensive end.
Not only that, but also the ground ball wars as well, going to the other side of the Longhorns. They have hustled for every loose ball.
Right, and luck has been on their side, or at least positioning and finesse, as they've been able to win the majority of the ground balls available here in this third quarter. And we're starting to see what we saw in the earlier games here today, where the Longhorns are starting to have the bulk of the possession. I mean, we've had offense in the Longhorn offensive zone for probably 60 to 65% of this third quarter.
Well, if SMU wants to get back in this contest, that's exactly what they're going to have to do as well. Mimic that, just hogging the possessions. Or at least getting some quick strike ability. It's number 77. How about that easy clear, taking a stick with him?
Yeah, and they really need to. They really need to. SMU really needs to value each possession. But you got, yeah, Christian Reno. Christian Reno got tangled up, and his stick ended up in the offensive zone, and you can't really. You're going to have to burn a switch to go pick it up or sub him out.
Wow. What a kick save there by Ryan Glennon.
Glennon with the kick save, and now the Longhorns going the other way. Reno not able to get back to get his stick, as you pointed out. Stick just yard sale.
Yeah, I mean, it'll just sit because.
Well, he already has a fresh stick now coming back in, but I'm sure at some point here in the next stoppage of play, they'll retrieve the detritus from the field.
Well, he got tangled up with George. George comes back into the defensive zone and kind of looks at the stick and goes, "Well, you want to pick that up?"
Yeah, I wouldn't say a lack of sportsmanship. That's just gamemanship right there, where you've got to leave that stick where it is.
Take care of your stuff.
Indeed. We'll see if the Longhorns can take care of this possession. Now a penalty flag.
Well, someone said something over there on the far side.
Well, Longhorns now get to play the advantage with 30 on the shot clock. Jim with the play B here to milk this out, as there's what, a 15-second difference, about 11-second difference score here, and then you've got a man-up advantage heading into the fourth quarter.
No, that's definitely what you're looking to get something in the back of the net, and then milk that man up.
Well, they had a good look on the shot there.
30 seconds, blue, 9-1, interference 30, reset.
Run right over, pick the stick up, and just like that, Christian Reno back in business.
It looks like it will be Daniel Steckler serving the penalty for SMU. A man-up advantage here for the Longhorns with just 23 ticks remaining in our third quarter. Are we watching the lacrosse equivalent of taking a knee?
I believe
yeah.
So. One more quarter left here to play at SMU, and boy, 15 minutes will decide the D1 LSA champion. We'll take a break here at SMU, and as play resumes for the fourth, the championship will be decided one way or another here on Game On Sports.
We've done both, new and pre-owned. It's the same experience. It's everything's the same. They make it too easy to even think about going anywhere else.
Discover our wide variety of pre-owned vehicles at Sewell.com today.
You've never been one to fear the unknown. That's because you've seen seasons like this come and go, just like many of your competitors. You know your outcome, stay focused, and take calculated risks, seizing opportunities when others freeze. The truth is, winter business cycles separate the good from the great, and winter is your season. Ours too. That's why for over a century, we've been honored to serve you. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
At least we haven't any problems down here with the clock.
Plays resuming here at SMU. 15 minutes to decide a champion. SMU down by 3 scores. University of Texas setting up their offense. They've been so efficient, changing everything. Ground balls, being aggressive on defense. That has made the difference here in the second half. As they're close again to getting a pass inside the GLE to Sterling Hupp. Ball bounces out of bounds and SMU going the other way.
Yeah, Teddy Lisa just unable to connect there with the diving Sterling Hupp toward the net. The pass just barely behind him. And Hupp in prime position, but just unable to get the ball in his cross for a shot.
There's our guy. We need to see something from number 24. Speed has not been effective, but that's what we needed. And just like that, 14:01 took them 59 seconds to bring some life back into their offense as they eat into that 3-score lead, now only down by 2.
Yeah, McGowan's shot was, he didn't have a lot of mustard on it, but he was able to kind of draw the UT defense out, and it just kind of leaked in, and in is in.
We've been begging for him to have an impact on this game, so you love it when his number's called and he does something.
Yeah, an unfortunate error there by Texas as Glennon left wide open for the shot by McGowan. And we had talked about it in the open, gentlemen, that the best you could hope to do as the Longhorns is limit McGowan's production. And you would have to think so far so good as he doesn't put his first tally on the board until the opening minute of quarter number 4.
Push with possession going the other way. Now for UT again, their lead being eaten to with 13:37 left in the 4th. This defense is going to have to bow up, as you say, JD.
Got to get serious.
There's our guy up, boy. Let that from Massacre. Coming all the way out of the circle to get the transition started. Jack Winters working inside. Boy, that's a pass that was thrown across. Boy, good job of running that down. It's Karan Rose. Going to stay here. Possession going to stay with the Mustangs.
Yeah, they're gonna call the hold on UT. Just basically, just landed. He landed on him, and it's just.
That's what it was.
It's just one of those things.
Fall on you. We're going to stay here for a minute.
Yeah, Bergen Goldsmith slipping and falling, just not allowing the SMU player to get back up immediately. And SMU maintains possession down to 60 on the shot clock.
Needed that from Jack Winters. A great hustle on this side for number 14. Whew. You stick your pole out and get that pass. Otherwise, that's going out of bounds.
Oh, nice work guy there. Winters going to one hand on the stick to pull that in.
And there's our guy, number 24, Titus McGowan. Making a move. Oh, man, the check brings it off. But Titus McGowan looked like he had an alley.
He had Merrifield beat there on the play, but on a nice check there by Merrifield.
Oh, Zach
Winters just basically pulled that thing down, spun on it, popped that thing in on the out of position UT defense, and man, you couldn't ask for more timeliness.
About the velocity on that shot from Jack Winters.
No, I mean, and it was short too. He had no full range on it. It was in on his body, and he just let it go.
Well, that was all right there in the wrists for Winters as he closes this back down to a 1-goal deficit for the Mustangs.
Again, working for those ground balls. This is where the Longhorns have dominated. They've come away with those ground ball possessions. They do right there. Can this SMU defense stand up and get a stop?
It looks like Coach Hartzell will take time out to talk it over with his
squad. We're going to get a timeout called on the field, and we'll take a break and be right back as play resumes here on Game On Sports. Minutes and 41 seconds to decide the Division I LSA championship. Well, these guys are bit down on their mouthpieces, and they are trying to give us everything that they have. SMU is responding.
Yeah, the third quarter heavily in favor of Texas, but now 2 unanswered goals here by SMU in the fourth. And it's a single goal game once again, as it has been for most of this contest.
Boy, working inside, and Massacre, boy, he dodged a bullet right there.
Yeah, he did a little bit of lift on that from Christian Reno, and he had an open angle in a nice little corner, and just kind of held on to it a little bit long.
And Charlie Zola with the long stick, defending the GLE. And the spin move inside, and another save by Massacre.
Yeah, sharp play there by Declan Massacre to pull that ball back into the crease and secure possession for SMU.
Well, we've already had a failure to advance from SMU. See if they can get this ground ball, and they do. Eli Daniel looked like he had an opening, but he thought better of it, pulled it out. Now SMU gets their offense going.
Well, the usual suspects back out there: Jackson Leashow, Curran Rose, and lurking behind the net, number 7, Maxwell Whittier.
And again, that defense, these guys are so good at what they do. Good job by Leashow, able to corral that back and earn the possession. Ball goes out of bounds, possession going the other way.
So a good thought there by Curran Rose on the pass. Looking on the near side here for number 9, Dante Douglas, but unable to connect. Now the Longhorns with possession as the clock moves under 10 minutes remaining.
Jack, behind you!
Good job by the ref not responding to call that, because that was clean.
Well, they called the foul and not the penalty, so the Longhorns have possession. Yeah. And more importantly, a fresh 80 seconds.
It happens to be my son.
Possessions here coming down the stretch again look like they will be at a premium.
Oh, yeah.
Texas having a 1-goal advantage.
Yeah, if you have the ball, you need to take care of it at this point.
And more importantly, you need to put it in the opponent's net.
Well, shot selection's premium right now. I mean, you need to take, good quality shots, have good quality possessions, give yourself the best opportunity to be successful.
Got to get a stick on this guy, number 7. He has plagued him this whole way. How about that? Working your way back to the other side. And another score and response. That's the response that the Longhorns needed.
Yeah, and Gregory cutting through that, that lane on the backside. in finding that open spot down low. You know, he had an opportunity for an open lane dump up top and rode that off, and then just looked that lower section of the goal, and obviously, you know, again, quality shot.
Here we are back down at the X, and Longhorns extending their lead again, back up by 2. Winning at the X was what they needed. That's a shot by Rose from the far side that ricochets off the pipes. Possession stays with the Mustangs.
Yeah, and Bobby Springer's kind of getting back in the game, getting a little bit of rhythm, and you know, he's been neutralized at the face-off, and really he's having a battle, and finally kind of getting a little bit of run there.
I do believe in the first half you saw him go down after a face-off. So don't know if he's dealing with an injury, but good to see him back.
What a save right there by Glennon.
Standing right in the line of fire.
Broken stick out there on the field is Ellis Tucci now without a cross.
BTB action there from Rose. Goes right across the face of the cage. That would have been maybe a top 5 for ESPN.
Oh yeah, that definitely would have earned the ESP jingle had that gone inside the net. And obviously, with the way SMU is playing, still anybody's contest here with less than 8 minutes to play in quarter number 4.
The flag, and this may be a man-up opportunity for the Mustangs. Their first of this contest.
Yeah, it looks like they might get Bergen Goldsmith for the push on Winters.
White number three, interference, 30 seconds. Reset. Yes, 30.
And it is indeed Bergen Smith in the penalty box for 30 seconds. A man-up advantage now, as you mentioned, Heckma, the first man-up advantage of the game for SMU with 7:35 remaining in regulation.
Maxwell Whittier again. This is an opportunity for SMU. They've got to pull away, at least try and get some momentum back here. It's been back and forth, but plays like that.
Not the way to do it.
Can't afford that.
Well, that's going to be a ball right there that Wesley Maloney is desperately going to want to have back. And now the Longhorns come charging down the field shorthanded. And they'll reset as the shot clock didn't reset with 7:10 remaining.
Not able to take advantage of the man-up opportunity for the Mustangs. That's a missed opportunity. 7:10 to go. Really still too close to call, guys.
Oh, no, a 2-goal lead in a contest like this is just a slight advantage. Nothing's been decided yet. Would you agree, Jim?
No, this still got a lot of game left.
Offside call.
Offsides. Call made on this side as another errant pass by SMU and possession given right back to Longhorns.
Aggressive clear. See if the Horns can pay off here.
Yeah, working inside.
Ooh.
Boy, and that's close.
Reno just missed. Fantastic pass from Glennon. I mean, that traveled what, 75 yards in the air?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that it was not exactly a desperation, but you kind of throw it up and see if something will happen on the other end, and you got a 50-50 shot.
Look at the setup for the Longhorns working inside, and that's mom goal. Everyone's yelling. It didn't happen, but I didn't yell, JD, and you got to be proud of yourself.
You did not jump on the bait.
Will Hansen with the long pole. trying to work his way back inside, and he does, coming down the alley. Is this a pole goal? So fast.
2 feet wide to the near side. But this will give SMU possession and the opportunity to put a good offensive package on the field for the Mustangs.
Yeah, certainly had an opportunity. I mean, basically nobody was jumping him, and he had a lane to run in, and just couldn't take advantage of the extra 3 feet.
Titus McGowan, seen him earlier with the score, having to try to work his way back down. Now it's number 12. Rolls inside. There's the answer. 5:19. The Mustangs pulling to within the score. And man, just they are this far away from getting over the hump, because every time they get a score like that, the Longhorns respond.
Yeah, I mean, Kern Rose just setting on that edge. Really, nobody on him, nobody pressuring his hands, and just able to take even on the narrow goal face, able to take advantage.
Springer left without the ball. Thought he had the clamp. He had to earn that one twice.
He was just puffing up his ground ball stuff.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Eli Daniel with the possession for the Mustangs, with an opportunity here at 5 minutes to tie us up.
Well, we'll see if Lee Xiao, and working with Kern Rose, they had very effective ball movement on that last possession. We'll see if they allow the ball to do the work for him here on this possession with less than 5 minutes remaining in the fourth.
Dante Douglas over here on the near side, bringing the slide. See when Dante Douglas draws those defenders to him, not seeing anyone trying to cut to the crease, which makes him come back outside. Jack Winters in close. Boy, trying to not allowing him to leave his feet.
Well, and good discipline on his part, not taking that shot, knowing that every possession is valuable.
Well, what a ride there by Ellis Tucci to deny him, and then on the second opportunity, Glennon makes the save.
Glennon makes the save, but the errant pass coming back through.
Did Coach Hartzell get a timeout in while the Longhorns still had possession? Or are they calling out of bounds on the far side?
Push, 30.
Penalty against SMU. Oh, the penalty flag here on the ground, just on the right side of midfield as we view it here from the stands at Chrome Lacrosse and Sports Center. Didn't see it as we were looking for the action here in the SMU offensive end, but instead it looks like the Longhorns will go on the job with exactly 4 minutes to play in the fourth.
So they got Dante Douglas on that push on the far side.
Masker again, rising to the challenge. Back on the other side, UT not able to take advantage of the man-up opportunity that they had. Early shot attempt on goal.
10 seconds. It's somewhere.
And this will give Lincoln Dodd the opportunity to just rag out this penalty and put SMU back at even strength.
Well, you got to like how Lincoln Dodd just kind of settled into the center of the field, got himself available away from any UT pressure, and picked up the long pass from Masker.
Now SMU back at even strength.
Absolutely, just a 30-second penalty on the other side. Back at strength here, and going to the ground.
We're going to call the push there on the ground ball.
Push with possession now, stays with the Mustangs. We have a full shot clock. Boy, under 3 minutes to play here.
Now you can feel the tension starting to build here with less than 3 minutes to play as that shot goes wide by number 12, Jackson
Rose
Lee.
standing in close. Boy, that's at point blank range. This one running. Guys are hustling to the end line, trying to get that out from going out of bounds, but possession stays down here for the Mustangs.
Just bouncing that off the far side post. And the shots coming quick and furious now for the SMU Mustangs.
SMU just trying to get this tied up quickly. And that's the man that you've been waiting for, number 14, Jack Winters, back to his ways with the hat trick. Here we are.
Hey.
Well, I had mentioned earlier it's going to come down to who wants it more, and right now who wants it more in the fourth quarter is the SMU Mustangs, as they have completely erased the 3-goal deficit that they had going into this frame with 2:34 remaining to be played.
And inch by inch, they went into that lead, working their way through, not panicking to me.
No, very, to your point, very disciplined about their approach.
I don't want to call it slow and methodical, but that's like you said, never panicking. It's just point after point, defensive stance after another, finding a way to get back in this game. And here we are tied up at 10. 2:10 left in the fourth. One way or another, a Division I trophy will be awarded to the LSA champion. Mustangs work in the middle of the field. Jack Winters, they better get someone over on him. Him and Karan Rose playing the two-man game back behind X. All working inside, and that's what you...
Glennon with a fantastic save.
Brian Glennon just keeping that big net in front of his face.
Yeah, Curran Rose, I mean, that's a shot he's looked for a couple of times today. A couple he's made, but really kind of on a narrow goal face.
Yeah, timeout being called on the field, and timeout to the Mustangs. With 1:29 to play here in the fourth, they're going to take a break. We'll do the same, and we'll have a minute 29 to separate who's going to be the LSA D1 champ. Action resumes here at SMU. Sterling Hupp bringing the ball inbounds for the Longhorns. 1:22. We're knotted up at 10. And fellas, this is the matchup that has not disappointed. If the other two were runaways, this was the one that we needed.
Now everything all square here, a 20-second difference between the play clock and the shot clock. As the Longhorns work here on the top side, it'll be interesting to see what play Coach Hartzell drew up on the sideline as they're now halfway through this shot clock and inside the final minute of the fourth quarter.
Taking the time offensively.
I mean, they're happy to stand out on the perimeter and see if SMU will open up and give them a way in, but they're not taking the bait.
No, they aren't. Staying close inside. Look at the shot. Ooh, Egan with an opportunity right there, and Massacre with the save. 33 seconds left. The Joggers.
Got to put a body on that kid.
Timeout called by the Mustangs. 21 seconds.
And they'll get the penalty. Smart timeout there by Coach Skeen, because the stoppage of play will force them to call the penalty.
White number 7.
Possession. Man of advantage to take home the trophy here this afternoon.
If you're a betting man, who's going to take this shot for you?
Remember, this thing ends with their possession. We're not resetting the shot clock. Leave it as it is. Do not reset it.
Handcuff him and Harry Houdini style tie him up and try and figure out who the next best culprit would be. But that I would think Curran Rose is the guy that I got to look to.
Jack Winters.
Jack Winters for me all day.
They're going to look for Jack Winters. They're going to fake with Curran Rose.
Yeah.
And then if Winters is not open, they're going to look for Whittier, goal line extended on the far side. And I'm sure Titus McGowan is going to be out there as well, as the Longhorns are going to face the biggest penalty kill of the season here with 21 seconds to play in the championship game.
Perfect time for a man-up opportunity for SMU, seeing if they can take advantage of it. Shot clock is of no consequence. 21 seconds here in the fourth. We're knotted up at 10. Boy, what a game here at SMU.
This game has been everything we expected and more, and regardless of the outcome, this has been a fantastic afternoon of lacrosse here on Game On Sports.
See, bringing the ball inbounds is Eli Daniel.
Let's see who wants it more.
Seconds. McGowan with the Maloney.
And first down, turnover to the Longhorns. Can they get something done with 9 seconds?
Nice swim move into the center of the field there to open up, and they're just going to ride out the clock.
Ride out the clock for the overtime, and here we are. It's going to take some extra minutes to decide this one here in Dallas, Texas.
Heckma making me eat words.
And here we are, knotted up at 10. We're going to take a break and come right back as overtime starts.
Crying.
Well, I tell you what, it's a crying shame that only one team gets to win that trophy. They should cut that thing down the middle and give it to both of these guys. Because how about this back and forth this entire game, and 4 minutes at first score is going to decide this one as the Longhorns open up on offense.
Coach Hartzell going with the Eigen brothers. And Gavin Gregory here with Sterling Hupp and this offensive unit to open the overtime. It looks like also they cut the shot clock down to 70 as opposed to the standard 80 seconds.
But you better put somebody on number 8. Reno will make you pay. We saw that one play where he's standing behind the crease and just lull these guys to sleep. And that's the end.
That's it.
The Longhorns get the win in overtime.
Teddy Lisa is the hero this afternoon.
How about that?
For Texas. Being mobbed right there at the restriction line. And I'm not sure if this counts like an NCAA championship, but fellas, it should light up the Tower Orange tonight in Austin.
Yeah, this has been everything we were expecting and more, and just an outstanding game played by both squads. And to have Teddy Lisa kind of put the punctuator on that the way he did has been outstanding.
Well, Lisa comes in their goal line extended on the far side, moves up just a little bit from GLE, has a wide open shot, comes low to the near side across the goal mouth, and beats Declan Massacre for the championship winning goal here this afternoon on SMU's home turf.
Well, and they're going to line up and shake here, but I mean, both these squads are deserving of accolades and obviously deserving to play in this game because this is an outstanding matchup and everything we thought we were going to get.
Yeah, and we got the matchup that we wanted. It came down to the wire, took extra minutes and overtime to get this one decided. Man, this has been an awesome weekend for LSA Championship Lacrosse, and man, these guys are on to Round Rock, and man, even more excitement ahead of these guys as we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have a coach over here to interview as the trophy is being awarded here on Game On Sports.
Yeah, well, I'll come out of cage and take shots, man. They're ripping them.
Too high.